Why should any elderly person get adjusted? There's a structure in the brain called the cerebellum. The cerebellum just simply means small brain. As we have our brain drawing here, we have the main part of the brain, the cortex, you might say. The cerebellum sits right beneath, right here. What's interesting is about 25 billion neurons are in the cortex, and about 4 times that, over 100 billion neurons, reside in the cerebellum. And the cerebellum is like 1/10 the size. So what's going on there? Well, the cerebellum controls balance and coordination. 2 main things that the cerebellum controls. We could stop right here. How important is balance and coordination for someone who's elderly? Super important. And every time we adjust the spine, there's a stimulating effect from the spine up to the brain, namely this point here, the cerebellum, and that gives the brain good information, good feedback about your position in space. So as you're climbing stairs, stepping over curbs, whatever it may be, your brain knows where your body is positioned. How important is that for a senior citizen, for someone who's elderly, for someone who's in a home, or for someone who is widowed and lives alone? How important is that really? Dozens of people, we've seen dozens of them, break their hip, and the studies show after you break your hip at an older age, these people only live like 1 to 2 years past that, sadly. Why is that? Because it takes the body so much energy and so much effort to repair that hip that people get pneumonia, people have organ failure, people have this, people have that. The body's expending a lot of energy to fix that hip, especially when you're at an older age. And so all these other things can take up residence in the body and kill you. So how important is chiropractic for senior citizens? We can't even begin to discuss. It would take a video that's 100 hours long to discuss how important this stuff is and the specifics of this. But please, if you are watching this and you're a senior citizen, first, congratulations for being online and for being on social media. That means you're really hip. And if you're not and you just know somebody who's a senior citizen, please let them know we can help. Their Medicare, if it's an acute injury, their Medicare will help them greatly. A lot of times people will exacerbate something or aggravate something, or they'll have a new injury and they won't do anything about it. But it's limiting their function on a day-to-day basis. It's limiting how they feel. And we're not about limiting anything here. We want to have the most optimal expression of health for all of our patients, including the senior citizens. And we're happy if it's a fair case to have Medicare help with that. And if it's not the case and Medicare won't help, which many times they will, then we're happy to do something special for that person. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next video.